Alicia with United Real Estates. And if you've been thinking about becoming a real estate agent in California or anywhere across the country, especially if you want the flexibility, the financial freedom, stability, and a chance to build something of longevity, real estate is honestly something that's going to be around for a long time. Whether it is a real estate agent or somewhere within the real estate industry, I'm going to break down the truth about the real estate industry. You want to become a real estate agent, you want to stick around to the end, I'm going to give you some things that I've learned in the first 2 years that I have now been licensed. So let's just dive into it. The truth about the industry, real estate will always be around. People will always need somewhere to live, invest, and relocate to, especially if they have a traveling business or work. Real estate will always be around. Becoming a real estate agent can be very, very, I don't know the right word for it right now, but it can be promising. I'll say that. But you gotta have that skin, the tough skin, to want to stick around and stick through it. So whether you decide to be a real estate agent, a salesperson, a broker, or an investor, you are entering into an industry for longevity. Now, here's the truth. A lot of people on social media won't tell you. A lot of people on social media are not in the industry actively working. They are more like motivational speakers or models. And the honest truth is that in between time of closing deals, you're marketing yourself. You're finding creative ways to do it. So a lot of folks are out here selling courses, classes, seminars, mentorship programs. And while some of them may be helpful, many are just selling a dream. Real estate is abundant, yes, but it is also competitive, self-driven, and requires a level of commitment and business sense that you don't always see glamorized online. Think about it. Nobody in their right mind that owns property is just going to sell homes to someone because they look cute and walk around in heels. Nobody's just going to sell a house just because somebody drives a Porsche. You know, people are looking for people with good intentions and a sense of integrity. So you want to find who you are and how you're going to bring value. Well, before we get talking into that, how will you become a real estate agent in 2025? So the first things first is license and brokerage basics. You don't need a college degree to become a real estate agent, but you do need to be licensed, especially here in California. I don't know much about most states, but all of the states that I've been interested in, you have to have your license. You'll start as a salesperson, and after a year or two, you can become a broker if that's something that you're interested in. You typically need about 2 to 3 years for full-time license experience plus some additional education to become a broker. And then once you get your license, you'll notice something that agencies will immediately start recruiting you. Why? Because brokerages benefit from new agents, especially when they can split your commission because they have a lot of overhead that they have to afford. So if you're willing to trade in time and to sacrifice a big portion of your commission in order to get some experience, get some training, some mentorship, then that might be for you. However, if you find a great brokerage that has low overhead, low expenses in the office, right, that's willing to train you or give you some advice here and there as in your profession, then you would want to seek for somebody like that because they're not going to ask for it. Most of the commission structures is that the commission will be split 80-20, 70-30, or 60-40. That means for every deal you close, you only keep a part of that check. The last brokerage that I was with, I was under the impression that I was signing for a 60-40 split. And while he did offer a lot of training and this and that, later I found out that I was only going to be due 40%. That's a large chunk. So brokerages take the rest, and sometimes in exchange for office marketing and mentorship. But no, not all brokerages are going to operate that way. Some offer 100% commission. Like the one I'm with now, as of April, you just pay a small monthly fee, a transactional fee, and the rest is yours to keep. Yeah. And then, before you commit to a brokerage, you want to do your homework, do your due diligence. Look for one that fits your goals, offers trainings, and supports your growth, especially in terms of your character. If you're going to join a team, you want to make sure that your mentor is someone that you can trust and not just someone who wants your sales numbers. A great mentor will teach you not compete with you, okay? They won't sell you out with another agent, whatever. None of that drama. You want to know where your values lie and how much you're willing to sacrifice in order to achieve what you want to achieve. Then you want to decide whether you're going to be a full-time agent, a part-time agent, or a virtual or a hybrid, right? Because there are full-time agents, part-time agents, and even remote agents like me. Remote agents like me who can work while traveling abroad and still help clients by either giving them advice, giving them strategies, doing evaluations for them, or offer them assistance with buying or selling, of course. And that's the beauty of it. You can make real estate work for you and your lifestyle. You can even get into the referral business and also make a commission split off of that. But here's what you have to remember, that in your first year, you're not just selling, you're learning. You're learning the market that you're in, you're building relationships, and you're figuring out how you can own your own flow. And it might take time to close your first deal, but that's okay because the knowledge is infinite. The knowledge is wealth. And most agents don't survive the first 1 to 2 years. Depending on who you are, like me, I consider knowledge and information to be just as well beneficial as closing deals. You don't want to mess up things, especially if you plan on being here for the long haul. But if you stick to it, you stay consistent, and you track your metrics, you'll do well off. Trust. Then, also in building up your, recognition of who you are, you'll explore what it's like to market yourself. Many of us are marketing ourselves as is just by being present and showing up to places of who we are. But through that, you'll gain leads and visibility. As a real estate agent, being in real estate is heavily dependent upon your visibility and value. So no matter what your commission split is, if no one knows who you are, you won't get any clients. I was a quiet real estate agent for the first year and a half. I was unsure about where I wanted to be, and I didn't feel supported. So I hopped around. This means that marketing yourself is important, whether you're running ads, sometimes paid ads, whether you're paying on the front end or the back end. It means cold calling, which is something that I do, cold calling. Or if you're sending mailers, right? If you're sending mailers, creating a social media content presence, building your brand and also your voice, speaking like this right here, creating videos that really do help, especially for people who like to look on Google, look on YouTube, TikTok, this and that, even podcasts. Like I have a podcast, not as very active, but I do like to talk on there. Or whether you're engaging in the community or offering real estate value. Lead generation is everything. So whether you buy your leads, attract them organically, or you partner with others, say like build a team or something, you will need a system in place. You are your brand, so your brand needs a platform. So whether you decide to be on 5 or 6 different platforms or just 2, whatever works for you, you want to track your results so that you can see what's working. And then in the meantime, of course, you want to, you know, build discipline. Build discipline and build character. So, character matters. This part is personal to me because this industry doesn't come with someone standing over your shoulder. And that's supposed to be both a blessing and a challenge. You have to lead yourself, but also you have to be you have to be mindful of who you're learning from. Because a mentor without integrity can pass on bad habits and can hurt your business and your reputation. So choose wisely. Stay grounded and stay ethical. Remember, you don't have to compete. You just have to create. Be authentic, be innovative, and offer value. The right clients will find you. I have never ever seen a successful agent, no matter what industry it was, whatever deal it was, if it led with haste, more than likely it was going to be a disaster in the end. Trust me. So you will attract what is truly yours in the end and have great results with that. So if you are someone that's looking to get into the real estate industry, or someone who has been in the real estate industry, but is looking to explore other brokerages, see what's other brokerages have to offer, I want to talk to you. This video is definitely for you. So after you pass your exam, expect a flood of recruiters calling you. This is normal, but I encourage you to be selective. You don't have to settle for low commission splits when you can get 100% commission brokerages out here. You can connect with them and you can get compensated 100% for your work. And they're often the smartest choice if you're self-motivated and goal-driven. But if you're in California, especially in Central Valley, and you're looking for a brokerage that respects your independence, a team that supports your goals, no pressure, or if you just want to be solo, no competition, just knowledge, tools, and guidance, I'd love to connect with you. You're more than welcome to click the link in the description here to schedule a virtual consultation with me, or we can meet one-on-one and talk about more options that you have now that you're in real estate, now that you're licensed, or if you've been licensed for a long time. We can talk about what it is that my brokerage does and what we have to offer you. Again, I'd be happy to help. My name is Ronisha with Net Real Estate, and I help agents launch, grow, and succeed without being taken advantage of. Whether you're just getting started, you're curious and want to jump in, or you want a second opinion, just go ahead and schedule a consultation with me. And again, I'll be happy to help you.